Hey there everybody, it's Tori with Sword Guy Builds. Today we're going to be talking about making clean, sharp transitions in your plaiting between linear patterns, lengthwise patterns.
I observe myself. There is but one conclusion. I must be better.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about, I guess, 4 different patterns. Our diamond plait, a herringbone, a short herringbone, or, your under 2/2, and then maybe some, like, nonsense, easy, linear plait that will look kind of interesting. I'm using these two, hopefully highly contrasting colors so that we can see what's going on. So I've already got my diamond plait started just because that is probably where you're going to be starting from a lot of the time. So I'm just going to carry this through another plait or two, and then we will transition into a herringbone. So what I always tell myself is last 1, last 2, last 3, last 4, and so on until I'm doing the entire new sequence. What that means is, so I'm about to work this green strand, right? It has to intersect, this is a 24 plait, it has to intersect all 12 of the pink strands. So the last one that it intersects, that's going to follow the new pattern. We're going into a herringbone, which means that's going to be over, right? Under, in this case, 6, over 6. So, diamond plait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, okay? And then the last one is going to be herringbone. Now, obviously, at this point, it doesn't look different just because of the two patterns that we're going between. Every once in a while, this last one will go like under, Just be aware. That's why I always count it out to myself. So this time, we're going to do the last 2 strands. Okay. So I've got these ones. These ones are diamond plait, and these last 2 are going to be herringbone. So over both of those. Man, I really hope this 24 plait is enough to cover my mandrel here. Moving to the other side, we're going to do the last 3. So basically, another thing to keep in mind, your one side is going to be all the odds. Your other side is going to be all the evens. And that'll make it easier to remember where you are in the process if you ever get lost. Okay, last 3. Under 1, over 1. Okay, so last 3, herringbone, over all of them. And what's interesting is that that's the same process that we just did for this side, except for a different reason, kind of fun. Anyway, going back to this side, gonna do the last 4. Okay, diamond plait, pick out the last 4, and over those. Let me bounce this back up. All right, back to our other side. Going to go the last 5. Let's see, 4, 5. Okay, right there. And maybe you can already see, we're getting a good sharp line here where our diamond plait stops and our herringbone starts. That is exactly what we're looking for at all times. Okay, so this side here, last 6, under, over, under, over, under, over, and then herringbone is under 6 over 6 here. So lace that over. In this next step, this is where it's going to get a little different. Okay, so the last 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Okay, that's our diamond plat. And then these last 7, remember that herringbone is under 6 over 6, so these last 6, we're going to go over those. This one here, we got to go under. Okay, oh man. So last 8 on this side, under 1, over 1, under 1, over 1, and then splitting it at the 6 strand mark, uncross these, we're going to go under 2, over 6. And again, just like we did on the other side, but for a slightly different reason. So this side, the last 9, 1, 2, 3, under 3, over 6. Going back over to this side, the last 10, if I can find them, 1, 2, are diamond, and then under 4, over 6. For a really long time, I thought that we were actually going in 2s, you know, like last 2, last 2, last 4, last 4, last, you know? And that was because I was watching Bernie Wachicki's videos, and he did, unfortunately, the same thing on each side, pardon me, for his transitions. And, like, that's not bad, really. Like, it'll still get you a straight enough line that you can cover it with a narrow knot. But the thing is that when you do that, you're actually doing one extra step. For pretty much all of this, when you're going between linear patterns at least, if you do the same thing on each side, jumping by 2, then you'll just have one extra step that just carries, in this case, the diamond plat like 1 square lower on the back side than in the front, and it just looks kind of off, like not messy, it's just like different, you know, so you kind of have to cover it with a knot, and it's anyway, so I definitely lost where we were, and this is a perfect teaching moment. So looking here, we can see that we have diamond in the pink and diamond in the green, and then it's not diamond in pink and not diamond in green. So we can deduce that this green one, that was our last 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need to do the last 11 in herringbone. And actually, okay, that was actually the end of our transitional sequence, because we go under 1 for diamond, and then all the rest are herringbone, so that's just under 5 over 6, which of course will translate into under 6 over 6. So our herringbone transition is finished. And I'll show you at the end our nice straight line going all the way around. For now, we're going to transition into an under 2 over 2. Okay, so transitioning into our short herringbone, we're going to go under 6, over 5, and this last one will follow the short herringbone plat, but obviously that's over also, so we're just going to go over that one. This side we're doing the last 2. Okay, so under 6 over 4, and then these last 2, short herringbone is over 2 anyway, so this side also will not be different. Here we go. Last 3 on this side, under 6, over 3. Now, for short herringbone, we would be going over the last 2 and under the 2 adjacent, right? So we're going to go under this one and over those 2. This side we're doing the last 4, under 6, over 2. So 4, that's an even split, under 2 over 2. Here we go. Okay, last 5 on this side, under 6, over 1, over 1, under 2, over 2. Okay. So back to this side, last 6, we're going to go under 6, and then over 2, under 2, over 2. And going back to this side, the last, 7? So we're going to go under 5, and 2, under, over, under this one, over 2, under 2, over 2. And like, don't be afraid to go slow with this stuff. I mean, you have to take the time and do it right, you know? So it's like, just don't stress about it. You're here to do something relaxing, something engaging, that will get your mind off of the nonsense of the world, right? So just take your time with it. Nobody cares how long it takes. Let's see. So this will be the last 8, right? So under 4, and then under 2, over 2, under 2, over 2. Okay. This side, the last 9, under 3, over 1, under 2, over 2, under 2, over 2. And this side, the last 10, and this will probably be our last transitional sequence, because last 10 we got under 2, and then over 2, under 2, over 2, under 2, over 2. And, oh, golly. Okay, next we have the last 11. Yeah, that was the end of our transitional steps, really. So now we're just into an easy under 2, over 2 plat. I'll carry this through for another couple steps. So from here, I figure we'll go back into our diamond plat just to show you leading out of it and leading back into it. And then we'll go into our like nonsense linear little pattern thing I'm gonna make up on the spot. So under 2, over 2, into, under 1, over 1. So let's see. The last 1 on this side is going to follow the new pattern, which of course it already does. Okay, last 2 on this side. Under 2. Okay, so the last 2 need to go under 1, over 1, right? Over here, the last 3 under that one, okay, over, under, over. Last 4 over here, which again is going to be the same operation as on this side, and that's why people get that misconception that it's the same thing on both sides. In a lot of cases, the operation will be the same on both sides, but it will always be an odd number of transitional steps. Okay, so last 4, under, over, under, over. And on this side, the last 5, under, over, over, under, over, under, over. Okay. Last 6 over here, under 2, over 2, under 2, under 1, over 1, under 1, over 1, under 1, over 1. Last 7. Let's see. Under 2, over 2, under 1, then over one, under, over, under, over, under, over. And over here, the last, 8, under 2, over 2, under 1, over 1, under 1, over 1, under 1, over 1, under 1, over 1. I guess I should mention the reason that I'm using so very, very many strands is just so that, like, this will be more complicated than it will be if you're just doing like an 8 plat or a 12 plat, you know? But the same concept applies, it's just much fewer steps. Like, for example, there's one transitional step between diamond plat in 8 plat and herringbone in 8 plat, you know? So, but if you use this, like, last 1, last 2 concept, it should be very easy to do those transitions with lower plat counts than this. I have forgotten. So we'll go back and count. Let's see. This is the last over 2 that we have. So we can presume that that was our last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So over here we've got the last 9. Under 2, over 1, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. Okay. Last 10, under 2. Under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. Last 11 over here, and of course this, now we're just into a diamond plat. Last 11, under 1, over, under, blah, blah. So for this last part, I figure we will do maybe the green background with like rows of pink diamonds going down. And to achieve that, I guess what we're gonna do is just like omit this one, well, every other row of pink diamonds. So basically, we're gonna have like an under 3 over 1 for our pink and an over 3 under 1 for our green. So how we're going to transition into that is we have to know what the plat is going to be. In this case, this side, well, our green is going to lap over, going over 3, and our pink is going to terminate going over 1. So we know how it ends, that means we know how it's going to continue. So what we're going to do, take our next strand and work our diamond plat up to the very last one, which in this case, at this point, will not be different, okay? There's our last 1. Pink side is the last 2. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over. So this one also won't be different because the pink is going under 3, over 1. So under this one, and over the last one. And let me think. So this will be the last 4. The last 3. Last 3. Under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over, under, and over the last 3. This side here, last 4. Okay, and this is going to go under 3 green, over 1, 3, and then over the last one. Where am I? There we go. That was under 4, under 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so our green goes over 3, under 1 pink, and then over this one too. So we got over 1, under 1, over 3. The other side we have what the last 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so over this last one, make sure I've got 6. Over the last one, under the adjacent 3, over the next one, and under the next one. Okay. Last 7 over here, under 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're gonna go over 3, under 1, over 3. Perfect. Okay. And now the last 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. And like if you're really good, obviously you'll be able to like pick out going this direction where your unders and overs need to be, but because I'm sort of making this up, you know, I'm not sure about it, and I have to count back this way. So section off my 4 here. So over 1, under 3, over this one, and under these 3. There we go. Last 9 over here. 1, 2, 3. And probably be, shoot, not sure. Over 3, under 1. Over 3. Under this one, over that one. Okay. Awesome. Next is the last 10. Under, over. Jeez. Okay. Under these 3. Over this 1. Under these 3. Over this 1. Cool. Now, really, what I should be looking for is that sequence, right? Okay, over here we have the last 11, under 1, and that should mean that it's got to go, make sure I can pick these out. Over 3, under 1, over 3, under 1, over 3. And then that is the end of our transitional steps. And you can see that well, maybe you can see that we've got our pattern coming out there. Okay, it turns out that I didn't take much care in actually aligning my my plaiting. So it's got this slight wave to it, but if the plaiting were actually, you know, square, there are a few reasons that it's not, but if it were actually square, we would be able to see that there is a sharp line all the way around each of our transitions where the one plait stops and the next plait starts. And this is our just super simple little lines pattern, you know,
Nothing special, just something to play around with. Anyway, diamond to herringbone to short herringbone to diamond to whatever this is, you know.
Thank you guys very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, comment, tell me what you think, and I will hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks a bunch.